invite you to kick off.
Andy, I suppose a couple of the headline bits, the two boys making their debuts. Just in terms of being ready and what you've seen over them in recent weeks, that makes you think, yeah, let's stick them in.
Yeah, loads and loads of potential, obviously. I suppose Izzy, he's been in and around the squad now for a while, actually. The first Emerging Ireland tour is when we first came across his ability, his athleticism, his point of difference, etc. And since then, I know that's a couple of years ago, the improvement, the maturity of his game, because he was young, and in as far as the 15-a-side game when the first tour was on the Emerging. But the difference between the first tour and the second tour is like chalk and cheese, and you know his ability, his point of difference, his potential. With that maturity, he deserves a shot to show us what he's all got. And then Gus, well, what a rise in such a short space in time. Obviously, coming from the 20s and being successful there, he's been a captain for a long time now, and you can see why, because his maturity in how he goes about the game. But you know, rugby's a strange thing, isn't it? That you think there's a pecking order, and all of a sudden a couple of players get an injury, and then a kid gets an opportunity, and he shows up really well, and we take him on the training week with us as a development player, and he showed up unbelievably well. He's forced our hand to keep him in the squad first and foremost, and he deserves a shot to see what he can do as well.
And Sam is the other one that attracts the eye as well. Obviously, he made the impact last Friday. How much of a step up is this now to take on the week, as it were, and start the game? And how confident are you that you'll be up for that?
Yeah, I'm confident from what we've seen. We took him on the Emerging, and he played in all of those games. And you know, the aim of that was for him to grab hold of that team and make sure that he treated it like his own, as though he was in charge, and he did that in spades, you know. And this week we've seen the benefit of that, you know, and we need to see it transfer, obviously.
Thanks. Michael?
Hi. Just wondering, is there a central message to your team this week? What have you told them? Is this team in need of a statement performance, maybe to remind the public of who you really are?
No.
Was there a central message, or what are you looking for the team this week that maybe you didn't get so much over the last couple of weeks?
Well, it's always about the performance. It's always about it being the best we could be. That would never change. That would never change. You know, you've no right, obviously, to warrant that the performances are going to be top draw the whole time, because again of the quality of the opposition, etc. So we're just chasing that.
Just on Sam again, when we see the guys coming through the schools and the academies and they're kind of fully formed as athletes, is there something in his personality that has stood out to you that marks him out?
Yeah, his character is composed, confident, but yet not overconfident. He's assertive in what he wants, and he's a nice way about how he goes about his business.
Just time for how long is he okay for next week, or how is he progressing?
He's tried his best. I feel for him. It's been tough because everyone's desperate to play for Ireland, and he's worked really hard to try and get back there. And we was hoping it was going to be this week, and you know, you're always trying to push on to the next stage and get through that, and he didn't quite manage that.
Thanks. Cameron?
What are the reasons for Jacob Stockdale back in the team, Andy?
He deserves it. I think his form has been great, and he's been back in the fold with us, albeit not getting an opportunity over the last 12 months, and we've seen that improvement within his game. So he's chomping at the bit, and this is his chance to show us what he's about at this level again.
These games against Fiji and those types of opposition presenting different type of challenge. Obviously, there's 7 changes from last weekend. What sort of things will you be hoping to see from the team this week?
Better discipline, more continuity in how we play, which leads to more pressure being put on the opposition constantly. The same intent as we had in the first half, the same desire as we had in the last 5 minutes to see out the game. So all in all, there's a mixture of things.
It's an interesting complexion on the bench with Thomas Hill and Thomas McCarthy there. I know
Yeah.
Thomas Hill has been working on loose head. You feel he's ready now to step in if he needs to for quarter.
We do. It's all about planning and looking at next steps, etc. You know, Tom now, I bet the guts of the last 2 years, he's been training away and improving and progressing in the loose head area. So we want to see how that goes this weekend.
Murray for the last question.
Kieran Foley is another who's back into the match day squad. What would you hope to see from off the bench?
Just to be himself. I mean, things happen, don't they? Sometimes you have a couple of errors, and then you lose the run of yourself a little bit, and that's human nature, 100%. And that's certainly not how Farrell is as a player. So he's super excited that he gets another chance to right the wrongs, really, of a couple of weeks ago, and we're excited about that, to see him play, because he's a top quality player.